How's it going, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Beyond Our Rule Ripper. I think that's what the name was.
Yes.
But yeah, so last time we were introduced to our 10 participants, and all of them have really cool designs. I'm liking them a lot. So that's pretty cool. And we now have the rule system, where each of the rules are unique to each player. So they have to follow everybody's rules, but the ones that is set in front of them, which is pretty interesting. So it gives each person unique advantages, which is pretty cool. But yeah, so we're about to see what those rules are, and we'll just continue.
Let's fucking go.
All right, the rules appeared. Oh,
Whoa,
shit.
whoa.
Whoa, let's see.
I saw
A
suicide.
list of 10 rules. And before he could read them, Bill heard their voices.
Oh.
So, ours is the one marked, yeah?
Seems so.
Yikes, this is way too much stuff all at once.
Oh, Mama, oh, Papa, we goofed and we planked.
Lime, what
You
are you
what?
ever saying?
What? What are you saying? I see. Bill looked at the list, but... Oh, snap.
Barman.
Huh? He didn't see any marks. What's it supposed to indicate which one was his rule? Did he have to ask the others for help? For some reason, he couldn't bring himself to do it. So it's either a trap, where they intentionally don't tell him, so he'll break the wrong one, or he's a wild card, and he has no rules to follow.
Oh, that's true.
Or maybe he's just screwed. Maybe his device was
Maybe
broken.
you're just
Or
fucked,
perhaps
bro.
there was some meaning behind it. If that was the case, sharing it with everyone was dangerous, as it would put him at a disadvantage. As soon as he thought that, his mind slammed on the brakes. Had he just... Unconsciously and against his wishes, his brain had started to play that game, and he couldn't erase those thoughts from his head. Better off not saying anything for now. Before anything else, I should read them. One by one, he read the 10 rules in the middle of that silence that had formed while everyone did the same. All rules had their value, however 5 of them were especially notable, the first 4 and the 9th.
Oof, I'm lost as heck right now. Anyone got the recap?
Please tell me somebody reads the rules.
I know.
I was expecting somebody to read them. I believe it would be beneficial for us if we all discuss it openly. Right, it's important that we all understand what we're dealing with. The first rule seemed like a good summary. 1. Intended killing is forbidden, except with an accusal or being a spy.
So, we can't just go and butcher someone, yeah?
Damn, that sucks. That's a good rule, it keeps us safe.
More like it restricts the killer rule to one person. The player is in possession of that rule and can break it without being eliminated. Don't forget it.
Oh shit, that's actually pretty wild.
I know.
This person can kill anyone. The rest of you can't.
Dang.
Several looks of suspicion flew across the room.
Yeah, I'd be like,
Trying to calm things down. Some more slightly changed the subject.
It's fucking vodka.
I have that rule.
Vodka is he's the ultimate killer.
What's that talk about a spy? Are we back to the Cold War? No.
No.
We're already on the 21st century, Gramps. Good question, though. No clue what's that about.
Oh, we have a spy.
I can't.
That is
So I'm
Russian,
thinking that Lime
think.
is like knows a shit ton of languages. Is what I'm gathering.
Yeah. That's explained later on. What seems clear is the easiest way for us to eliminate anyone is with these accusals.
Exactly. Only one person can go the violent route. But if they die, that path becomes available to all of us.
Oh, so it just becomes a killing free-for-all after that.
Okay, so great. The killer, the ultimate murderer, gets a free pass to kill whoever the fuck they want, and then afterwards
Unless
everyone
they
can go
somehow
apeshit.
die.
Yeah, exactly.
Everything was getting more and more bizarre by the second. A bunch of strangers were calmly talking about eliminating each other. Bill could not understand. Perhaps those people had been chosen for the game precisely because of their easy acceptance of it. But in that case, why was he included?
Sorry, I had to yawn.
But wait, if only one can kill, how is this game fair?
By using accusations, it's explained in the council menu. If you'd read it. Basically, if enough people know somebody's number, they can get an accusal started and vote them. And if they get it right, that person's antidote's taken out. So it's like somebody kills another person? Yeah, so I think you have the rule that allows you to kill anybody?
They're like, no.
What do you mean?
What do you mean? Then, let's say, for example, I start the accusation against 4 because I hate 4. Everyone would get a message saying something like number 4 is on the ropes. Make them pay.
Yeah, that was way too cringy. Stop
Shut
talking.
the fuck up. Forget the example. That's not the important part.
We would all get the memo, and then we would write the name of the player we think is rule 4. In your case, like for example, darts.
Darts, what the fuck?
Why are you talking about me? Is that an accusation? No clue. Should it?
Alright, guys, come on.
I don't think that...
Channel your inner key, people,
Yeah.
enter Nirvana with me. Let's go.
You know what she kind of reminds me of?
Who?
Well, I guess you wouldn't really know, but from V3, there's a character named Angie. Kind of reminds me of her.
Oh, wait. Isn't Angie the fucking, like, guru, like, god
Yeah,
person?
she was always like, praise be to Atua.
Yeah.
the one who worships
I
her
know
god.
who. I know
Yeah.
she is.
Yeah, her.
Mhm.
She kind of reminds me of her.
Mm-hmm.
Uno, dos, tres. Done. Calm now? I'm calm. Yep.
I'm not.
Too bad.
We can just not vote, right?
Oh, you sweet
Yeah,
summer child.
abstaining. A blank vote. And that could have consequences. As expected, if someone's number was found out, their life would be put in danger.
Okay, I think I'm getting it now.
I got a question about the next one. 2. You must remain inside the Golden Jack. Golden Jack is this bar, right? What about number... Wait, what was number 1?
Number 1 was the killing
that.
one, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I thought the... Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Didn't you say you opened the door?
Yes, but we didn't go out. It doesn't count, right? Right?
Let's hope. Didn't even open it all the way. Nobody stepped outside. Should be safe.
Waiting was the right call.
Then we are trapped in here. Man.
All but 1, to be precise.
Let's hope they don't abandon us.
Well, hey, at least the bar looks nice.
I know.
At least they're stuck in a place that actually looks decent. As long as they leave their drinks here, I'm good. Yes. The other rules said we couldn't get off the building, so I doubt it.
Even so, that person could go out, investigate, and tell us what they found.
That would reveal their rule. Ergo, their number. Nobody's that stupid.
Okay, calm down, young man. It was just an idea.
Do I look young to you?
Do you look long? I don't know.
Sure, if someone wants me to noble sacrifice, they're welcome. Like I said, I doubt it. Relax, we can get to those things later. I think the third one is the most dangerous right now. 3. In each council, one player will have to say their number publicly.
What?
Lying is allowed, but without repeating a number, until all have been declared. If a lie is proven, the real number will have to be given.
Damn.
The first 2 could be considered... Oh, that's not me. The first 2 could be considered reasonable, in comparison anyways.
Oh yeah, that one did me good. They telling us to do some sacrificial rituals?
That's a very extreme way to look at it, but I can't deny that's how it seems. Depends on what you consider proof. So in essence, each of these councils, one person has to take that risk so everyone can survive, until all of us have done it after 10 hours.
Still, how do they expect us to do it? Nobody will take that risk, and we will all break that rule.
And only the person holding that rule will be forgiven, which would make them the only survivor. We have to stop that. If we agree on an order and follow it... Yeah, sure, good luck with that. It's the only way to... Be the first, then. Fuck you! He didn't know how to respond to that. I mean, he really had to be the first, so the rest would follow him. But even with that in mind, it was a hard call to make. It was the classic prisoner's dilemma. Someone had to take a risk for the well-being of the others, but if nobody took it, they would all be punished. All the voices stopped until Cuffy.
Number 4 is also important.
Once again, she chimed in when everyone had already forgotten her presence. True. 4. If the game continues after 10 hours have passed, players will have to end it immediately with their suicide. Okay,
What?
that's kind of brutal.
That's damn. Oh my god.
10-hour time limit, essentially. And what a way to express it, man. Well, that makes sense.
What?
That way we aren't stuck here forever.
What the fuck's
yeah,
wrong with
this is
you?
great, guys.
We got a 10-hour expiration date. That's only if we can get through rule 3, and in comparison, 4 isn't as imminent.
Still, we have to hurry. If we can find a way out, we have to fucking find a way out, I mean. 10 hours should be enough time to investigate and find the exit. In a corner of the screen, as was standard, the time appeared. 00:25. When they hadn't awakened. What? When they hadn't awakened? When they had awakened. It had to have been 12 o'clock. At least, that's how it seemed, but it was suspicious that they had woken up right as the day started. They didn't know how much had passed since their abduction, so the time was possible. Or it could just be a timer, counting the time since the start of the game.
As long as rule 2 exists, we can't look for an exit.
Those could be considered the 4 main rules: a player elimination method restriction, and a spatial restriction, an hourly danger, and a time restriction. There was another imperative rule, however. Rule 9 also worries me. 9. At the start of every hour, each player will be assigned a secret objective that has to be completed before the next one, without being discovered.
Oh yeah, even more stuff. Just what we needed. For real though, why play this when you have an elegant and beautifully simple game like good rock fucking balls? Good old rock, paper, scissors.
What? I don't know what that game is. Sounds kind of scary. Rock fucking balls. What the hell is that?
I'm just saying. if
I'm
they have to-
piano.
Okay, piano. Go sit down before you hurt yourself. If they have to make us play something, at least make it simple. Like paper, scissors, rock. Nothing beats scissors, rock, paper.
Stop switching it up on me.
And also, could you imagine? Alright, so the stakes are your life. Play some rock, paper, scissors, see how it goes.
That would suck.
I fucking lose every time,
know,
or I just
right?
tie forever.
Yeah. I'm just gonna ignore all that stuff at the end. If rules will go down with time, it makes sense. It's so complex. Otherwise, it might actually end up being more basic than RPS.
Who abbreviates rock, paper, scissors as RPS?
I don't know.
don't think I've
I
ever heard
literally
anybody
don't
say
know. I don't know if I would go that far, but yes, I guess that makes some sense.
So that's the recap, yeah?
More or less, but read all of it later. At least don't be lazy.
Okay.
But there's something really intriguing. Rule 10 mentions the spy mode, which appears in one of the menus, but only that rule can use. But it doesn't seem to be explained anywhere.
Oh my, the spy strikes back, electric boogaloo.
Sure. That's true. The first one also mentioned a spy. Nobody seemed to have the answer for that mystery, so the conversation ended there. My hand hurts because of all this nonsense.
My head
wait,
hurts from being
it's the
alive.
usual.
Someone kill me. At least we can check them whenever we want.
I hope so. I'm not gonna be able to memorize all these rules.
I know, like, if we had to memorize them and are, like, just from that alone, we would literally kill everyone.
There's still a ton of stuff not cleared, but all that info should be in there too, I hope. Even with double still in the air. Double? Doubts still in the air. Those are the main
Double doubts.
rules. That was the game they had been shut in. They had to examine the other options inside the so-called barman in depth. He had to know his enemy well, that game.
Ugh, too complicated. So many numbers. Can't we just play Uno?
Una? Una.
Why are you in my
What is
space?
that?
Wait, you don't know Una?
I may be old, but I do know that much Spanish. Look, I can count. Una. What? Instead of...
Un, deux, trois.
Molto bien, you passed.
I'm so lost.
Pourquoi? Pourquoi?
Playing is pointless. All the pieces have been laid on the board. Those continue to look away will fall first.
What? Wait, what is that? Is it porqué? Porqué? Porqué?
I think it
or
is.
Pourquoi?
Porque. I
Porqué.
think it's porque.
Okay, I think you're right. Anyway, I'm still not so sure, but as long as the poison can be real, we have no choice but to follow the rules. Screeching
And if we confirm it's
shackles.
real, we'll have to play. Dun-dun-dun-dun. He looked
Whoa.
all around, the faces of his alleged opponents. There were all sorts of expressions. Some smiling with no worry to be found.
You're gonna die first.
Some with a confident grin. I like Jin, to be honest.
Yeah, I really
Some
like Jin.
confused. Or not taking it seriously. Others staring at their barman screen. With sweat drops on their forehead. Or faces that wanted to scream to escape that place. Even if he didn't know his number yet, the rest probably did if he was only the case. What was each number thinking? Some could already be planning something. But the number wasn't his priority. The young man assigned the name Billiards saw things differently. That situation, typical of a horror movie, was a one-way road with a dead end, literally. If they let fear carry them, they themselves would cause that end, and the criminal behind it all would be the winner. Who was the culprit? What were their motives? Why them? Those weren't the questions he wanted to solve. He wasn't a detective, and he had no plans to become one. They had a life to continue, waiting for them outside, in the world they had lived in until then. A world full of hardships, but that, even in his worst times, wasn't as sinister as the game in front of them. He would return alive. He wouldn't be alone with any sacrifice. He wouldn't lower himself to becoming a murderer. They had to escape somehow. That was the only option before it was too late, before number one made a move. Luckily, only that person was an impending threat. However, while they were relatively safe as long as Rule 1 lived, only prolonged their lives for 10 hours, when Rule 4, if not stopped, would terminate them.
Who? Oh, is
okay,
that us?
so I'm assuming this is Billiards.
Nice.
No matter what happened, even if they were strangers, he would not let anyone die. And if necessary,
No.
beyond our will repair.
Is that the demo? That would make sense. Oh.
Oh, I could save.
Whoa.
He starts filling them
You
all.
just start filling them all.
Placeholder background.
Oh.
5 years had passed since that day. The day his life completely changed and his search started. He wasn't looking for anything special, only something ordinary yet essential. A life. That was all. A life he could be proud of, one that could be remembered on his last moments, without any regrets. No, not even that. He didn't mind having some regrets. He was ready to make some mistakes as long as they were minor. There was no specific dream, no exact goal to reach, only a simple wish of happiness, like anyone would, but that was part of his wish. The part where he differed from everyone else, ironically, was his yearning to be part of society, one of many, nobody special. While most desire individuality, he searched for a simple peace to reside in, a normal life. That didn't mean he had no ambitions. He wasn't looking for mediocrity, but he simply didn't need anything special. Many had laughed at him because of that, or had tried to change his mind. However, even though his dream was simple, ordinary, basic, with nothing special and boring, his willpower to reach it had been clearer and stronger than anybody would have anticipated, not even himself. It had been 5 years since he had started living alone, still a teenager. He still had a long way ahead. In many ways, nothing had changed in his last 4 years, unlike 6 years before, when his life had changed completely. His life had slowly improved, and he got used to his new independent life. Until... the prologue.
Or shit.
The prologue you.
Prologue you.
Yeah, it's still going. I'm glad.
Nice.
Now that he was here. Now what? What? What did I even say? Now he was there at the bar. Oh. You can now
Oh.
access the map. Here's the map. And profiles. Awesome.
Golden Jack.
Trying to calm down, Bill breathed deeply. In an instant, his life had changed completely, losing everything he had been, taking years to build up. He had managed to get out of the small world that had trapped him for almost all of his life, now having his life trapped again in a bar, the Golden Jack. A world even smaller, emptier, almost bare of life. Let's check something.
Ooh.
Whoa! Cocktail. Rule. Question mark, question mark. Work behind the counter. Comment. Amongst all of our bad luck, at least we got lucky in having a bartender with us. Still soon to jump to the conclusions, but his judgment and composure could also be a big help. So they have to perform one action every hour, and nobody can know what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. So I wonder if his is gonna have to do with at least one of his actions. I wonder if they'll have to do with like serving somebody a drink. 'Cause he's been trying to do that. Standing around the counter, seems to be sure of himself. I'd say that he can make for a pretty good group leader, more than me. If he chooses not to play, he could be a strong ally. Otherwise, he'll be the opposite, and I don't think I could change his mind. Hi. His comments really rubbed me the wrong way. He needs to value his life more and take this more seriously. Well, at least it guarantees he won't be playing, so I can see him as a potential ally, with some troubling drawbacks. Situation, sitting on the counter. The game seems to have really affected her, maybe even more than it did me. Don't like to admit it, but I'm relieved to see someone reacting to this, in a normal way. Hope she calms down, though. Falling prey to fear isn't good either. Standing around the counter, away from us. She barely said anything, so I'm not sure what to think. I can understand if it's simply because fear or distrust, but if that leads to her playing, I'll talk to her. We need to build trust and unity to cooperate and escape. Looking as barman. Gives me bad vibes. I don't want to suspect anyone, but for now I don't think I can trust him too much. He could try to win the game. I need to talk to him ASAP. Doesn't seem very friendly, but he's probably just scared. Ending up here at this age is awful. I just hope he doesn't make a mistake or regret for all of his life. She doesn't seem very upset by the game, but unlike others, I don't get the feel she isn't taking it seriously. The combination is ideal to survival. Time will tell which path she'll take to get it, though. I definitely think she'll be either a late game death or one of the survivors.
I could see that.
You're probably gonna be like the third person to die.
Dang, really?
Doesn't seem bothered
I
at all
thought
by
she
the
was
game.
gonna like last.
I don't know, I feel like she'll be killed off.
Mm-hmm.
On one hand, I'm happy to see someone so positive here. On the other hand, it's worrying. We need to take this seriously to make it out alive.
I think I think she knows more than she's letting on. Like, I think that the
Yeah.
like aloof personality is like a front.
Like, if I'm going off of, like, different style of death games I've played, which is 999, Danganronpa, and Your Turn to Die, at least judging by, like, character archetypes and stuff, I feel like Jin would probably be one of the late game, either to die or survive. I feel like Darts would be a late game death.
I think
He would
Cigar's
probably
gonna
either
fucking die.
be... Cigar, he'd probably be, like, middle. I think she would be middle.
Cigar is the girl.
Oh, Cigar is her girl.
Mhm.
I could see her being one. He'll probably be one of the first, I think. Old man might be like middle or late. I think Coffee will be a survivor.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm not the most suitable person for this, but I do have two things in my favor. Optimism and stubbornness. Time will show if it's enough. And then, I don't think they kill a kid either, so I don't know. I guess we'll see. He had to escape that prison and recover his life, but he wasn't planning on doing it as his jailer intended. Actually, wait. Oh.
Fish tank.
Entrance, dartboard, billiard table, bathrooms, lower area, glass panel, jukebox. Whoops. Interesting. Now we can check the rules. Alright. To play, a barman device is required. In no circumstance can the player look intentionally at the screen of another one. Okay, so these are the ones we already looked at. Objective? Nothing. Core rules. Alright, here we go. Must remain inside the Golden Jack. One player will have to say their number publicly. Lying is allowed, but without repeating a number. Lies proven. Real number has to be given. 10 hours. And then immediately with their suicide. Immediately after a rule's death, the player with this number will have the option to swap it with the fallen rule. That's interesting. In an accusal, the person with the accused number will have to abstain from voting. If a majority is reached but the chosen person is incorrect, the accusers won't be able to vote that person again in future accusations. That's interesting. They get immunity. When data is revealed to others, no part can be omitted or faked, and each player can only unlock one data per hour. Messaging is only allowed when responding to a received message, requiring a coherent response in less than 10 minutes after being sent, unless the council is underway. At the start of every hour, each player will be assigned a secret objective that has to be completed for the next one. Links can last a maximum of 1 hour. Can be only formed once. In addition, use of spy mode is not allowed.
Wait, so rule number 5, does that mean, like, whoa.
15 minutes left. Wait.
Where?
Nope. Let's see. They can pause the debate to initiate an accusal by writing the number of the rule they want to accuse. The number can't be their own. In each council, only one accusal is permitted per number and per player. The moment an accusal is issued, until it ends, talk is prohibited. All assembled must write the name of the player they think has that number. More than half of the council members choose correctly, they'll be eliminated from the game. If the majority is reached, the player who began the accusal will receive the name of the most voted, but without any percentage. Alive non-present players will be counted as abstention. Abstaining or writing an invalid name will result in a blank vote that will add to the most voted name. In a tied, or if most voted name receives exactly half the votes, vote of the player who started the accusal will be doubled. Except accusal letting a council member can request the end of the council. If all intending players accept, the council will close.
But yeah, so for rule number 5, when it had said, like, if a character or if a player dies, they can, like, switch the number, does that mean, like, anybody could switch the number? Or do you have to, like, how do they determine who gets to switch it? Immediately after a rule's death, the player with this number will have the option to swap it with a fallen rule. Like, so how do you determine who gets to swap it? Because if someone dies and you didn't, like, I mean, I feel like it would make sense if you were, like, if you killed a rule, you had the opportunity to swap numbers with them. But, like, if someone just dies, like, you know, what determines who gets to swap the number? Unless it's random. Like how
I don't know.
like, with Your Turn to Die, how you could just, like... Well, that wasn't really random, because people could straight up pick it if they had enough of an incentive. But, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll see. Some could see it as making an already difficult situation even worse. However, from his point of view, it was the only valid option. If he wanted to get back the life that had been taken from him, he had to keep his hands clean of blood. He wasn't particularly religious, so it wasn't about not tainting his soul with sin, nor even about avoiding jail. There was a much bigger, more important reason. He was simply incapable of killing. Before anything else, I propose that we all investigate this place.
Agreed. For now, let's just have a truce.
Exactly. We need to act, but be careful, everyone.
Don't worry, I said let's have a truce, so clearly everyone's gonna listen to me.
Got it.
You just see somebody getting ready to kill somebody else.
And they're like, oh
Nobody
shit, a
said
truce.
anything else, simply leaving in different directions. It wasn't fully clear if they had accepted the truce, though thankfully only one of them had the power to break it.
That's true.
Most of them left pretty quickly, leaving only a handful on the counter. With nobody paying attention to him, Bill decided it was finally time to act.
It's like Bill's rule
didn't
number
take
1.
It didn't take long to find what he was looking for. He left the building.
Whoa.
Whoa.
What the fuck?
The exit. Or, technically speaking, the entrance. And in front of it, on the floor, laid a welcome sign. Not very welcoming in their case, though. Welcome to the Golden Jack.
Welcome to death.
Welcome to Your Turn to fucking die. A space that appeared separate from the rest of the bar, walled off by blameless plants that made looking inside from the sides a difficult task. 2. You must remain inside the Golden Jack. If that rule existed, it could only mean one thing. He stretched his arm, grabbed the handle, and slightly pulled it. You're gonna kill everybody.
Yeah, everyone explodes.
The door really wasn't closed. The only thing that stopped them from opening it and leaving was that rule. He gulped. His most desired escape was within one hand rotation. But then what? Considering that someone with the ability to leave existed, it was a reasonable assumption that what lay beyond was freedom. Not even number 2 could really escape the game. There was a big problem, an obstacle that anchored them to that game. Your bodies have been poisoned. It's a slow poison. Even if you win the game, or if you win the game, you will receive the antidote. They weren't sure if it was true, but that wasn't a threat they could ignore. As time passed, the likelihood of everything being fake was getting smaller, at least to him. There were only two realistic possibilities. Either everything was real, or a very cruel hidden camera TV program. And while he wanted to believe it was the second case, it was hard to believe a TV program with such a twisted sense of humor existed. Kidnapping random people with no permission was unthinkable. It was clearly illegal, even if the poison was fake, and every security measure was in place to prevent deaths. And if it was all true, and if their captor had managed to prepare everything, obtaining the poison for everyone wouldn't be hard in comparison. Slowly, he opened the door.
Everyone died.
And closed it almost immediately, making a step back. He had taken a look at the outside, and what he had seen was, without question, a corridor. In other words, as it was to be expected, the bar's exit didn't lead to the outside. That bar was inside some building. If he could get outside, even after breaking the rule that forbid leaving, a chance existed to get to a hospital that could save them from the poison. However, without knowing his own number, and going out hoping he had a second rule, was too big a risk. If he broke the rule, there would be 1 hour max for the poison to take effect. In that time, maybe he could find the antidote, or the exit to the building. But anyone would know that was impossible for one person that didn't know what or who was on the other side. Before taking such a risk, it was best to make sure of a few things and gather some help. Finding a way to contact the outside, or a straightforward way out with no danger, would be ideal. After a few moments, a decision was made. 2 hours. If an alternative wasn't found in that time, he would go through that door. There wasn't any reason for it to be 2 hours. It was a personal self-imposed limit. If by then he hadn't found any luck, he probably wouldn't get some by waiting any longer. In fact, maybe 1 hour was enough to check his chances there. Especially considering that the worst-case scenario could happen at any moment. Being there any longer than that was dangerous, for him and everyone else. Use the blue disc to change the music, or in some scenes fucking...
Some scenes fucking...
For now, I should investigate a little and talk to the others. But where to go first?
I love that we can change the music. Like, that's super fun.
That is nice. Alright, where can I go? Guess I'm going to the bathroom.
Go piss. Go piss, girl.
He wasn't expecting to find much, but he thought he might as well check the bathroom. At least, the one he could enter without feeling bad. The other one would have to be taken care of by the women. And while he was at it...
Oh no.
Just when he was about to enter, the old man with the alias, Vodka, came out. Both of them reacted in time, stopping.
I just finished taking a Mondo shit.
Oh, we almost ran into each other, young man. Excuse me, I'll be more careful. Yeah, you better. Did you look into it? What? The restroom? When you reach my age, this becomes a sacred grounds. One day you'll understand, young one.
That's code word for I just blew up the bathroom.
That's assuming we get out of here, of course. Don't give me that face. I was born pessimistic, and it's only gotten worse with time. Thankfully, this doesn't seem like it will last for more than a day, so we will know our fate soon enough. If we die, we fucking die. It also means we won't have any food issues. Now that would be hell, let me tell you. I still don't have a plan, but I will look for a way out without losing lives. An idealistic... Oh my god, an idealist, I see. That's the spark of youth. Good for you. Certainly a happy ending would be ideal, but if we do end up playing this ghoulish game, where only 3 can survive. You best believe I'm winning. Well, I think we can all agree on one thing. Those who have more life ahead of them should have priority when it comes to surviving. Watka was right, but that didn't change that it was hard to hear. He didn't know how old he could be. But even if it was more than 80 years, it still wouldn't be very pleasant to hear him imply he would be a sacrifice. Here comes the face again. Should you really be worrying about me? I'm just some old fart. Surely the only reason I'm here is because I'm an easy target.
I'm just a fart.
No! That small scream caught Vodka off guard. Also surprised Bill himself. Age doesn't take away of life's value. Killing is off the table, but we can't be killed either.
No, let him die. Let him die.
I'm not looking for my death either. If I was, I would have already screamed my number aloud. It's 1. I simply don't.
You're next.
No motivation to play this game seriously. Moreover, if number one came to me armed, I wouldn't have the strength to protect myself. In that case, I'll protect you. I guess.
Would have been funnier if Bill was like, in that case, I'm one.
Oh no. I don't think you'd make for a very good bodyguard, to be honest. You suck.
Damn.
I won't stop you if you keep insisting and take care of me like a nanny, but I insist it's not necessary. I understand that you would feel bad if anybody died. It's obvious that it's not pretty to see a body, or even worse, smell it. But I can take care of my own. That's not what you said earlier. You fancy yourself a lawyer now? Looking for contradictions? This is a fucking ace attorney. Do whatever you want. Do, as long as you don't let me be a weight on your shoulders. If you died protecting me, that wouldn't make me very happy either, see? Understood. Very good. I appreciate the enthusiasm. Don't get me wrong, but I'm not a priority. Hopefully, we'll find a way to survive, and this game will all be water under the bridge. Yes, I'll search here. Maybe there's something that can help us. Like what? The poison is the reason we're trapped here, but the antidotes must be somewhere. We find the way to get to them. I suppose, yes. They won't be in the restroom, though. Blew that bitch up. Probably not, but maybe there's a secret passage that leads to the antidotes or outside. Even if we had the poison, if we can get to a hospital in time, we could be saved. He was clearly improvising. He needed to convince himself that there was hope. Don't want to be the party pooper, but after doing my business, I did do a quick check for anything interesting. Came out empty-handed. No secret door to the outside to speak of. Sorry to say. Unless I just missed it, so be my guest. Try your luck with that optimism. If there was a secret door, it would be well hidden. Maybe by searching thoroughly. There it is. Anyway, I'll leave you to it. Vodka leaved, and Bill proceeded with his search. No secret door appeared, nor anything of value. There were still places left to check. His next destination would be... my balls. Lower area. Bill went down the steps to the lower section of the bar, where he had woken up. The area looked like an extension, so the bar could have more clients. On the other side, he could see a bigger table and all the others. And between him and it, on one of the smaller tables, were Lime and Jin having a chat. Lime sitting literally on the table, while Jin was on a chair.
Bill!
Oh my gosh, wait, that's so funny.
Oh my! Get your Ushiro over here, Hayaku!
What a
What?
wait. No, I'm just kidding.
Her wide smile didn't come off as very trustworthy, yet he didn't sense any ill will from her.
What sort of education did your parents give you? No Spanish?
No,
Okay.
it was still too soon, too daring to try unraveling the enigma when I was that girl. But her intense vibes were completely different from those he felt from the others. Was he being too trustful? Perhaps he couldn't say with complete confidence that no one there would just, out of nowhere, stab him in the back at any time. But when it came Lime... I don't think she's even thinking about the game. Do you think? At all?
Do you think?
Bill went up to the table and sat down with them. Any look over here? Did you find out anything?
Tables and chairs.
Awesome.
Bill, my boy, it's lamentable to say, but we found nothing useful. As a wise old man used to say, if you want to be rich-air, don't go looking for gold. You need to let gold find you.
Stop.
Please.
Bill suddenly wanted to die.
I hate it here. For the love of God, Lime.
What?
For the love of God, Life, shut the fuck up.
That was unacceptable.
It's
Lamau.
It's rubbing off.
I actually like these two
That was
together.
fucking terrible. What in the world is wrong with these two?
I love them.
And if that wasn't enough, they gave us texting apps, but don't let us use it.
Huh, where did that come from?
You know, the message app thingy these phones have? If we could at least use it, this whole thing would be a tiny bit less awful.
The messages are only for us. Highly doubt we can send them to people outside.
You sure?
No, trust me, I'm very sure. It's explained on the damn thing. Only numbers, aka us. The intriguing bit is that it's apparently only showing our numbers, not our names.
Only the A could send them, right? What's your number?
Funny. Not quite. It's the only one that can start a chat and continue it. But we have to answer if talked to.
Then what the hell Helsinki? Are we waiting for? Jeez Louise.
Don't worry, dear. I'm sure they'll send the marriage proposal soon.
Oh my.
Anyways, let's leave that aside. Bill, what's your view on things?
What things?
What's your number? You know, the situation? Any idea about what all this is?
A game.
Oh,
To be honest, I'm still pretty lost.
typical.
Still? If you remain still, you're not going to. Wait, you're never not going to be lost, dude.
That's not. Wait, huh? No, that's not what I meant. I'm still thinking, but I won't give up until I find the way to solve this.
Even if you keep thinking forever, that doesn't mean you're gonna find something, or what? Are you one of those idiots that thinks they are just having go? We'll save them?
Whoops. Makoto Naegi, hope. And
Hope.
Nagito, hope. Not sure how to respond to that.
Yeah, Ginger's right.
Ginger.
Do you want to die?
This mess seems pretty damn complex, my dudes. If we want to get out of it, we're gonna need to do something actually galaxy brain. Wait, we're gonna need to do some actual galaxy brain
Galaxy
planning.
brain planning. I love this girl. But if we don't at least try, we're never gonna get anywhere.
Bill, it's not about getting anywhere, but about getting allwhere, always.
What are you?
I like your humor.
You're so funny.
What?
Lame, dear. I think you just covered in your slime. Wait. What?
I think you just covered in your slime
s-
all dictionaries in existence.
Why am I? What? What
She's
was the-
basically just saying you covered all the dictionaries in existence in slime.
Oh.
Just another way of saying that.
Okay.
What would you know?
I think I'll go look somewhere else. Thanks for the waste of time.
Good idea. Same.
Bill went back up the stairs. Wait, to the main section of the bar.
That was beautiful.
I like those two.
Galaxy brain.
Fishies. He decided to make his way to the area with the large fish tank. In addition to the tank, there were tables and sofas, and among them a person. Yeah, a young woman known as Coffee, who wasn't deaf. She was investigating alone, to no surprise from him, even barely after meeting her for the first time. One needed to be a private detective to clue into the likely fact that she wasn't the most sociable person there. And being trapped there with people she didn't know wouldn't help. And yet... It's because things are the way that they are, we should help each other out. Can't get through all this alone. He had to earn everyone's trust, and of course, he was willing to trust them in return. But it couldn't be blind faith. They had to talk, know each other, and understand each other. Stand together as victims of the same crime. Unfortunately, getting to a mutual understanding with the others had never been his forte, so we had to give it his all to make it happen. And that young woman, Coffee, could potentially be one of the biggest obstacles on the way there, one he had to overcome to succeed on the joint alliance he wanted. What should I say to her? How should I act? Casual? Serious? Last time went awful. I guess a different approach would make the most sense, but... No, to make her open up to us, I have to prove to her I don't have any bad intentions. I just need to be friendly. It's the most natural way, and acting it differently now would make me less suspicious. Am I overthinking it? It's not like I'm trying to flirt with her. I'm not even looking for a friendship, just... Realizing he had to stop. He gave himself a small whack to the head. He didn't have enough time to waste deep in thought. In only a few hours, the danger would turn unavoidably lethal. It was time to act. He approached her with determination, while she kept looking around the place, seemingly completely oblivious to his presence, even after having stood there for a couple of minutes, and... coffee?
No.
I like how
Gross.
each character has their own theme.
I know, right?
She looked at him for a moment, once again confirming she wasn't deaf, and with no response went back to what she was doing. Did I screw up again? So fast? What did I do wrong? Why do girls hate me? She doesn't have anything against me, does she? No, it made sense. In fact, as much as he didn't want to admit it, behaving otherwise was a strange way to act. Each person had a different reaction to stress situations like that one, but some seemed to have gotten too comfortable too quickly. Perhaps even himself. In fact, maybe he was the one acting the strangest. Her decision to only talk when necessary and keep everyone away was probably the safest and most logical approach. And at the same time, it was slightly worrying. Isolation could put her in danger. Slightly concerned, he went up to her. Hey, want me to help? No.
Do I want your help?
Oh, wow.
No.
For an instant, he smiled just from getting an answer, but the smile disappeared as soon as he understood the response. Fuck you. I understand that you don't trust me, but we should help each other out to survive. Dickhead.
Die.
The others could see you as suspicious if you keep your distance too much, and...
So what?
Okay, this is a game about cooperation. I think you might want to get that through your head now.
Right?
Her words caught Bills by surprise, leaving his mind blank for a moment.
Why are you so mad?
Well, you know, that could be dangerous.
I can take care of my own. Go somewhere else.
I don't think you understand the situation you're in. Total rejection. Her straightforward answers left no room for comebacks, and insisting on it would most likely just have the opposite effect.
So,
Yeah,
what would you do
unexpected
if I
reaction.
said I was gonna kill you right now?
What would you do if I said I was number one? Still want to cooperate with me? Or still don't want to cooperate? I didn't expect making a joint alliance was going to be easy, but things were much worse than he had anticipated. Still, he had no intention of giving up so soon. Even so, he had no intentions of backing down. He considered his inability to do so as his one and only gift, so he had to make good use of it. That was the time to act. If the group shattered from the start, it would only go from bad to worse. The only thing that could lead to worse was a tragedy. Well, I guess. I just wanted to make it clear that we shouldn't see each other as enemies. We can't let this game influence us.
Do you prefer all of us dying together?
I prefer you dying alone. No, we have to escape together. Every one of us. Does this exclamation point mean that I got a new profile thing?
I don't know.
Maybe not. I think everybody's still the same. Yeah, okay, everybody's still the same.
Sure.
Sure. Well. Okay, we have to escape together. Every one of us. What is that supposed to mean? I thought she was looking for a way out, but... You aren't going to join this madness, are you?
Thoughts.
Not silence again.
Who knows?
No doubt left. He did not know how to deal with that person. At least Shan said yes. Could you consider that a partial one? Let's just go for now. Bye, asshole. He lost the battle, but not the war. He left the area to coffee and made his way back. He went back the way he came. And then he froze forever.
Rest in peace.
I am stuck.
Oh no. That is the
I'm
end of the
stuck.
demo. Oh, okay. Oh, you
What
are
happened?
still... Oh no, is this a bug?
It could be. No! We experienced the bug.
No.
Can I save? Okay, thank God I can at least save. Load? Can I load? This is awkward.
No,
Uh-huh. Well, this episode might have to be cut short because I can't leave. Shoot. Well, I don't know if this is a bug or if the demo just got cut short or what. But, I mean, this episode is already fairly long anyway, so it's not so bad. But, yeah, I mean, I'm enjoying this game so far. I'm really curious to see where it goes.
yeah, this is really good.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it goes past this point or, like, you know, this is a bug or what. But, I mean, I guess we'll find out. So, with that, we're going to end this episode off here.
Yeehaw.
So, next time on... it only comes up as BRRR. So, what was it? Beyond R?
Yeah, beyond our
Rule.
rule ripper,
Rule Ripper, yeah.
I think.
But yeah, next time we're gonna continue talking with the other people and doing some investigating, and then hopefully partake in our first debate. So as always, if you all enjoyed and want to keep this series going and show us some love and support, you know what to do. Be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll catch you all in the next episode.